Hello, family. I said I was going to go live at 7, but we had some power outage and our internet was acting crazy. I couldn't get on. So everything is finally restored an hour later. So I said, I'm just going to go ahead and go live even if no one's here. Um, since it's October, I have a lot to share with you guys. I have good news. I have um, projects I want to share, but I was in the mood to talk, just to share some stuff, um, just to dialogue with you guys. So it's October. I did get a lot of texts from some people when I think on one video, I'm not quite sure which one, I did touch and I said, he worshiped a goon. And then I referred to a goon as devil, and some people were like inboxing me, well, you need to do your research on a goon, he's not devil. So as someone with Caribbean background and that has knowledge, I'm going to share out of respect, share, and then listen. And you could take from it and you can leave it. So so let me start because I'm a Christian, I have a Christianity background. So if you believe in a goon, you have to believe in God. You could go to any voodoo priest, any mumble, any wanga, any spiritual priest, they will tell you they go hand in hand. Okay? So, God is the creator of all things. He is the great I am. He is the beginning and he has no ending. He created everything, like I said. He created a host of angels. And Gabriel, the angel of light, he is which has been named Satan, demon, the devil. Envy, the Bible tells you, shun from envying your brothers, coveting what your brother has that you don't have, because that kind of sin will eat away at you. So when God created jealousy, envy, he was, out of all the angels, he's number one. So all angels aren't created equal. They have different assignments. See, if you're not a religious person, you get educated in that. So he was the top of all angels. The only person he couldn't surpass was the Supreme, our Heavenly Father. And human, we're created, we are less than angel. Go to any priest, any pastor, they'll tell you, any religion, yes, we're less than them, but we're back. We were having some power issue, so I don't know if I just froze or if you guys could still hear me. So human beings are less than angel, but God created us. So Satan always knew that God has God has a soft spot. I was checking for the internet. God has a soft spot for human being. Okay. So there is a commotion in heaven, and then he was tossed out of heaven. But what I need you to understand, before he was kicked out of heaven, he was able to convince a host of angels to team up with him. They were all tossed out. But when our Heavenly Father, before he gave them chance to repent, they chose not to. They were tossed out. They left heaven with their power, with their glory. When you Here, someone is worshiping an entity. They're not dealing with flesh and blood. They're dealing with a supreme being. But what I want you to understand, because when they type in, oh, do your research on African God. Yes, let me tell you about African God. You cannot give me advice on African God. African God, there are many of them, because when those angels arrive on earth, they attach themselves to um, 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 different, like, Ogun. He is the god of iron. Iron is a material from earth. He's the god of iron. And then Satan, who is the highest, he is the god of human is who he chose, because he know we are God's soft spot, and his determination is to have as many souls perish as possible. So back to Ogun, to explain to you the God he worshiped. So when you worship that entity, Umar is at a level where he deals directly with that entity. But for a lot of you, what you need to know, when you're worshiping that entity, anybody from the Caribbean, anybody from Africa, anybody from Brazil, Cuba, Dominican, Puerto, any of those, they will tell you they go to a mumble, they go to a wanga, they go to a boca, they go to a spiritual priest. These are the gatekeeper that you go through, okay? These are the gatekeeper that they go through when you're dealing with the spirit. Now, a lot of you say, well, the white man tell you that African gods are bad. No, they're not. But let me explain to you. Let me explain to you. See, what you guys don't understand, the way our Caucasian brother sees the African god, the way that we see it, it's totally different. Yeah, they're evil, but listen, let me break it down to you. So that African God, when you go to the boca, like, hey, my business not thriving. I'm gonna give you a simple example. I need these chickens to lay some eggs. I just need to do better. I don't know what else to do. Okay, okay, but that he's gonna tell you, I'm gonna evoke the spirit. There's no going back. Once you go, there's no going back. And then there's people that get converted. Okay, I find the Lord. But you have to understand, when you go towards that lifestyle, there's always consequences. So when you go, you evoke, them chickens are laying egg. Money's coming in. The family is good. You're prospering. Everything's fine. You're like, this is good. I serve Ogun. Look how he has blessed me. Now Ogun is just the god of metal. Our God, the eternal God, he is the God of everything. So all these spirits, when they come down, some are God of water. When in Africa and Haiti, if you have problem with fertility, that's the God you go to, that God of water. And then they all have their number, they all have their color, and they all have way you to worship them and the way you have to give sacrifice. So back to Ogun, because that's who he's serving. So I could break it down, and I want to go slowly so you guys can understand. But that spirit don't play fair. God love us unconditional. He love us without us giving him anything. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Whoever believe in him should not perish but have everlasting life. He gave the ultimate sacrifice, his child. If you are a parent, you know what the love of a parent is for a child. So back to that Ogun. So after he bless you, there comes a time that spirit demands payment. Okay, you got 5 kids. I'm gonna break it down to you, fam. You got 5 kids. And then out of those 5 kids, that fourth one is your soft spot. You love all 5 of them, but that fourth one, that's the one that cuddles you. That's the one, he stand out among the 5. I love all 5 of them. I'll do anything for, but that fourth one, and that devil takes no. That spirit takes no. I want the life of that child. That's my sacrifice. That's what I want. This payment. So when God tell you, okay, it's time to pay up. He has blessed you tremendously, but it's payment time. So what do? You could go to a different entity because there's different level. In heaven, the angels had ranks. So you could go to another mambo or one guy, say, hey, I was blessed by Ogun, but the price is the life of my child. I don't want to do that. I love my child. Like, what can I do? What can I do to serve this entity that's stronger to protect my child? But I know there'll be payment. That's how it goes. So the thing with Africans, see the thing with black people, when we master something, we know how to deal with it. In Africa, they know I can contain that spirit. White people, some of them, they do magic, but they don't know how to contain that spirit. That's where you see they have the father come, they trying to do exorcism, they're trying to do, these things are real, family. And I'm not trying to, you probably go, oh, the Lord, she crazy. It's not crazy. It's not crazy. So in the Africa, Haiti, Jamaica, Montego Bay, Guadeloupe, Saint Martin, Cuba, Brazil, we have gate people. They know how to contain those spirits. So when they cheat you, see, you have to understand, America is what, 200 years old. So when African Americans see that, you understand your culture, but you have to understand what you're embarking. Some of y'all lighting candle, you doing this, you don't even know the meaning of what you're embracing. So he's at a level where he doesn't need a mabu, he doesn't need a wanga, he doesn't need a gede, he doesn't need a spiritual leader. He deals directly with that spirit. He's at that level. He's at that level, family. So he deals directly with that spirit. And then I'm Haitian American. When 1804, when Haiti wanted their independence from the French. Now listen to me. What I'm giving you guys, we live in the greatest country in the world. Information is at the tip of our fingertip. When Haiti wanted their independence, they formed revolution. You had two group of Haitian. You had a group of Haitian. You have to understand the white man gave us Christianity. You had a group of Haitian. They believe in God. They're worshiping God. But together, we were united because we're no longer going to stay under slavery. But there was another group of Haitian. You had Mambos, you had voodoo priests, you had Gete, you had some people that were gatekeepers, family, and they're like, we're gonna invoke the God to help us. They're stronger, they're bigger. Till this day, if you go to any reputable library, they still don't understand how Haiti was able to defeat Napoleon. That army was equivalent to the army of the United States. That was the strongest military strength in the world. They had guns, family, not as sophisticated guns that we have now, but they had real weapons. Where the Haitian machete, he have no fancy gun, machete. He is the God of iron, machete. In Haiti, they're skilled machete maker, machete. So the Haitian union fait la force. Together, united we stand, divided we fall. So that unity. So even though we had different religious beliefs, but commonly we had this in common, and we put our difference aside. We're going to work together to overpower the French. So in Haiti, my father's from Oka, Kashima. Every voodoo priest, every mambo, every gede, every spiritual leader, they serve different entity, but the entity that was shown was Ogun, the god of iron. He's a god of war. He's an angel. He's a spirit. When they come, they embody themselves on something on earth. Iron is a natural mineral from earth, which God created. The god of water for fertility. Water. In school, they teach you the rotation of rain, of water. Who created O2? God. So he's God to everything, but those spirit, it's narrow. They focus on one thing. So during that time, they invoke the spirit. Till this day, this is a mark on Haiti, because that spirit is not fair. I will help you with the revolution. See, the devil can't come in if you don't let him in. You got to invite him, family. You got to invite him for him to come in. He cannot come in if he's uninvited. You understand? He has to be invited. I don't know if you guys could see me. My legs hurt. So he has to be invited to come in. So when they invoke the spirit, Wakashima, so with machete, they were able to take down the entire army. Like, France couldn't believe. Ship was sank, body didn't come back. They wiped them out. But let me tell you about Ogun, so don't type to me, America's 200 years old, 1804. I could go back 6 generations. In my living room, I got picture of people that were alive before you and I. Most of them, you guys watching me, that were alive. You understand, family? So they couldn't understand how they defeated the French. So that God, this is how he operates. He's like, all right, but you're gonna, the killing was macabre. Beheading. Macabre. And then the plantation owner that was still, because you know, they're the master. So when the revolution happened, they're armies are fighting the French. So when you go on the plantation, they kill women, children, everybody. If you weren't this color, you weren't spared. And then that Ogun, he wanted like the baby, they were supposed to be ripped apart and remove their inside. What I'm telling you, it's documented. You go into any French library, why do you think they hate Haiti so much? Not only did she stand to white oppressor, but it was macabre the way they fought. It was inhumane the way they fought, but they got their independence. So the way that devil worked, the way that spirit worked, I help you. You defeat it, and the strongest power still can't understand how you manage. They can't compute how you manage, but I will keep your enemy's feet on your neck. He doesn't play fair. What does God tell us? I will make your enemy your footstool. See, family? You see the difference with the great I am? You see how you work? He's fair, he's loving, he's forgiving, he's patient. There's nobody on earth that can gain heaven. We're all saved by grace because our Heavenly Father died on the cross for us. So I give you this to tell you this man worshiped this entity. He has not blood, flesh and blood helping him. He just got on and did a video, and then you would think he would humble himself. You would think he would say, you know what, the haters are talking, the YouTubers are on my neck, let me just stay quiet and be humble, and let me open the school. Let me focus on opening the school. That's not what he's doing, family. He's traveling all over town, having a good old time. He's out here with the youngster at the campus. Some of you that went to 4 years that got education, you know what I'm talking about. College is fun. He's out here having fun with these kids dancing. But this man got a school. He is disrespecting the community. And then he got on that deal. He told you he don't care. I don't care what anybody thinks. He does not care. You don't have to care. You don't have to care. And then you want people to entrust their children to you. You're asking people to just hand over their children. You out here double finger up. I'm not vulgar. I'm a lady. I'm giving everybody the finger. It's his behavior. It's unheard of. It's unprecedented. And let me tell y'all something. I was part of the community. Well, I'm still part of the conscious community, but I know more. Let me tell you, every time the school was supposed to open, he does a cookout. I've been to 3. Now I'm gonna give y'all a little secret. Now I'm letting it out. I'm letting it out, family. When you go to the cookout, you have vendors. You're supporting other black business. It's that camaraderie. It feels good. You're among people that look like yourself. You're networking. You're connecting. But let me tell you, there is a block of room. He arranged that. There's a block of room. And not anybody could be part of that after party. So in that block of room is either you're invited or you're serving that entity. You're either serving a goon. You're serving something. So when that family gathering, they go to that block of room. Let me tell you. And then all kind of sexual perversion happen. I'm telling you something. Let me tell you. Miss Anna could give you a video, could give you receipt. I'm telling you something. I was part of a community. No, I wasn't part of that mess. He couldn't understand how I had knowledge. See, I got Caribbean background. I had knowledge. He couldn't understand. She's so knowledgeable, but yet who is she serving? I'm serving the God Almighty, which you're not serving. Okay? They do all that mess. And then there's a breakfast after. There's a breakfast. All 3 times I went to all the breakfast. When they come out, you don't even have to be a Christian. When you sit at that breakfast, if you attend that breakfast, you could tell the energy was off with everybody who participated that night before. This is fact. I'm spitting out fact. Now, there's some people in the conscious community that's not going to like it. Man, she's just doing way too much talking. It's fact. Now, that's not everybody in the community, but it exists in the community. Every time you guys see that mock wedding, he cannot get married. That entity does not allow that. That's not acceptable. That's not allowed. But when they do all that mess they do behind closed door, that next day in the breakfast, you could tell energies are off. These women look spaced out. You wonder if they even got any sleep that night before. So you're talking about Ogun, yeah. So in Africa, if you have somebody that worship Ogun, if you have somebody in the Caribbean that worship Ogun, they're going to a Mambo, a Wanga, a Gede, a spiritual leader, someone. There's someone in between that intervene with that spirit. They're not dealing with that spirit. Here in Western America, some of y'all, Ogun, my color. His color is red, green, and black. His number is 3. When you go to church, we sing. That's chanting to the Heavenly Father. Sometimes a song could move you better than a sermon. When you go to a voodoo ceremony, they sing. They're singing to that entity, giving it honor and glory. When you pray, you ever hear people from Baptist Church, Church of God? Ooh, that brother can pray. He's a praying fool. That's the gift of prayer. It's just like chanting. You go to a voodoo ceremony, chanting, depend on your God. If your God number is in 3, they chant in 3. It's like a rhythm of 3. Your God number is 5, 6, whatever. You chant like that. Chanting. And those that have the gift of that chanting, sometimes the Spirit enters them. That's why when you hear, they're like, oh, the Spirit took over in a voodoo ceremony. That Spirit enter the body. Look, just like there's a God, there's a devil. Now, one thing I have to say, Gunzai, no, he's not the devil. The devil is the angel of light. They said his voice was angelic. Like when the choir in heaven sing, it was heavenly sound. With him, he didn't need nobody. He sang alone and shut it down because that's what God gave him, that gift, the gift of voice. And then people that praise him directly, that don't have like a gatekeeper, people like that, you, me, we don't deal with people like that. People that pray directly to Satan, they deal directly with Satan. Satan was an angel. They're usually a head of state. These are like the percent that is way above society. And then within the voodoo world, not every priest, not every mumbo, not everyone, not every of them are skilled enough to evoke that spirit. So there's different level in that spirit. So that's why he prayed. Y'all see him? Look at him. You see the weight he gained? That man is living his best life. He don't care. It's not going to be a school. Do you think all of this is going on? All of this is going on. This man's out here putting middle finger. This man out here going on an interview, telling about, oh, I think the city may be what's going to cause the school not to open. The school is not going to be open. Listen, there's nobody who wanted that school more than me. And if that school would have become a reality, you know how many of us would have been proud of that? Let me tell you something. That school become a reality, that evokes something. That something is ignited in you. You're like, hey, okay, maybe we could have another school. Black owned, black built. Maybe we could have our bank. Our own. Maybe we could have a house. I'm not saying these things like that, but that thing could be infectious. And then Ogun, he's not gonna want that school to open. He doesn't go for what is good. I'm keeping it real with you, family. Don't come at me trying to defend this spirit that you don't even acknowledge. Let me tell you, I go back 6. Nana, Mama Shah, Mama Ni, Mummy Juju, Marianne Meyer. That's 6. I knew Mama Shah. Nana, I didn't know, but I knew story of her. Story when my grandmother Mama Ni told me story of her. Mama Shah shared stuff with me. I was a young girl. So my grandmother gave me that bulk of that knowledge. Stop, family, stop. Some of y'all can't tell me the name of your grandmother. Stop. Let's be fair. There's not going to be a school. It's not going to be a school. He's living his best life. He's partying. He's eating. And let me tell you the way he rolls. When he goes out of town, he doesn't stay in a hotel like a modest room like you and I for $250, sometimes $300 a night. No, his suite is $1,800. $800, that's modest accommodation for him. That man eats good, eat good in the neighborhood. He eats lunch, breakfast, dinner, and snack. He eats well. You understand? And then y'all laughing, well, where are you coming with that? He's not even dressing impressive. He's not wearing name brand. No. There's something about white folks he don't like. And, he has his right. He's not wearing no Nike, he's not no brand. But that chic, I keep trying to tell you, these things are not cheap. He could walk in a room with one pair of dashiki on, and it costs more than 3 people attires all together. They're not cheap, I'm telling you. Go to any local African within your community and ask them. They'll school you. You got some African that can't afford decent dashiki. Now they'll wear something, but that quality dashiki, that's what he wears. And then those beads that he wears, let me tell you, You go to Haiti, it could take a month just to create a piece of jewelry. Sometimes it comes from a tree, that fine oak, manually. 2 weeks on one little bead, you're manually shaping, putting design, and then liqueur is put on that bead. Great care. And that's because they stripped us from our heritage, where we see a work of art like that. Some of us can't even appreciate it. When he's rocking those things are not cheap. Some of the stuff in his neck are like $500, $600. Family, please. I'm trying to tell you. But in our eyes, well, he's dressing humbly. And then look at his shoes. That man rocked $300 tennis shoes, $250 tennis shoes. He's telling you, send him his grits money. Next time you see him, look at his shoes. Look at his shoes. Why? Why your own? Why don't you target a group? And it wouldn't be right. But why us? Why your own people? He does not care. He told us publicly, I don't care. He said it. Don't come at me. Don't type me later. You still talking about him? No. He told you he don't care. The school will not be open. So you know why I keep speaking? Stop giving him money. Stop. Stop enabling this man a life of luxury. We got to do better too. Stop. You know what? If you guys know the story of Moses, every time Moses went into Pharaoh, let my people go. Go to any rabbi in your city, any Jewish rabbi, say, Rabbi, and break down the story of Moses. Go to the rabbi. I'm not even sending you to a pastor. Go to the Jews, because honey, they got that story packed down. Packed down. So when Moses come, every time he cursed Moses like, I serve a living firstborn. What happened? They put blood on all the Jews' home, and what? All the Egyptian firstborn dropped dead. And then when oh my Lord, I shouldn't be quoting stuff and not giving out the right name. When Moses' right hand, I can't think of his name. He's who took over for Moses. Opened the door. He said, "Close that door. Do not look upon the face of death. Close that door. That's not our fight. It's none of your business. Close that door." I'm paraphrasing now. He said, close that door. Do not look upon the face of death. Okay? When the Red Sea, everything he cursed hurt Egypt. So you know what? He got on a video. When I saw the video, I shook my head. I shook my head with sadness. He's like, I'm sick of y'all. Yeah, I'm not like Mr. I ain't got no fancy slideshow. He goes, I'm sick of y'all. At the airport, every time y'all see me, where the school at? I'm going to make t-shirts, where the school at? And I'm like, you know what? Everything he said, I'm going to turn it into a blessing. I made t-shirts. Look at that. I'm going to have half all of y'all. And when you see him, you don't say nothing to him. You give him a fist up. Donation forever. FDMG never. That's all you got to do. Action speaks louder than word. And I made shirt. You want to see a shirt? I made shirt. You see him? Any of y'all that run into him, next time he's have his little cookout, all y'all get a shirt and show up. Show up. Show up. And you put a fist up. Doc, I got love for you, but that's all I'm saying. Where the school at? Where the school at, dog? He still say, hit the cash app, hit the cash app. He still asking for donation. He made that video with those college kids. The next morning, he made a shout-out video. Thank you for everybody in Boston who welcomed. Those kids was rocking. Hit the cash app. He's still asking for money, but can't give you a date when FDMG is going to open. Like, stop, family. Stop. Stop. Come on now. Cut it out. Cut it out. We don't need no PhD. We don't need no master's degree. You don't need a bachelor degree. You don't even need an associate degree, let alone a high school diploma or a GED to figure out this man is playing in our face. He's playing in our face. Here you go. Wear this for him. When you see him and you give him a fist up. What did God say? I'll make your enemy your footstool. All right? You happy, I'm happy too. We're living. You're blessing me. He came to destroy me financially. And look, family, look. Let me tell you something. That lady that I touched base with Florida, with the little kid, the teachers call him monkey. That really hurt my heart. I'm not a bad person, fam. I'm not a bad person. I reached back out to that lawyer in Columbus. I said, look, I'm sorry. He's like, Miss Lauren, I told you there's nothing to discuss. Why do you keep calling me at my place of business? I said, look, I want to apologize to you because I shouldn't have called you a monkey. I called you a monkey publicly. I did. I called him a monkey on Mr. Honor's show, and I called him a monkey on maybe one or two of my videos, and I said, I'm not taking it back. But I called him. I said, I want to apologize for calling you a monkey. You're God's creation. You are my brother. I shouldn't have gone there. I was out of order. And then we got to talking. Do you know Umar gave that man a retainer? I'm going to tell you, look, I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it. Umar gave that man a retainer. Do you know he filed paperwork? Because they filed paperwork. They served me. They were trying to take me to court for $500,000. Do you know he didn't finish paying his legal fee? And the guy's like, hey, I understand, we're not proceeding with court, but you have a balance. He's like, you couldn't give me $5,000. You ain't got nothing to say to me. That's what he told his own attorney. And then he threw him under the bus. He got 3 white attorneys. That's who settled with me. And let me tell you something. I want y'all to put on your thinking cap. Thinking cap. Put your thinking cap. This man was able to give me $68,500. Put your thinking cap. Just follow me where I'm coming at. This man was able to pay Wilmington $38,000. Umar ain't broke. Umar wants y'all to think he's broke, but Umar's not broke. Put your thinking cap. He's able to do all that. And then he's out here, the most request he's cleaning toilet, digging into water, spreading cross-contamination. I mean, it was mind-boggling to see that. Mind-boggling to see that. Do you really believe this man's going to open the school? Do you really believe in your heart of heart he's going to open the school? And those of you who are die-hard Umar supporter, ask them, Doc, where is your team? We're going to do this, family. Who are we? He talks in we. Where are we? Ask him to see his team. Say, Doc, we need you to start showing up with your team. Who is your right hand, Doc? I'm a little independent filmmaker. I got a right hand. Who is your right hand? Who's your secretary? Who's your accountant, Doc? Where is that team? Where are other voices that could give accountability for you? Where are they, sir? Where are they? They're nowhere to be found. You're a man one deal, serving your entity, and you're raping the black community. Y'all, we need to keep this real and keep it 100. Keep it real and keep it 100. Where's this team? And let me explain something to you guys. There's giver and there's donor. Follow me now. Let's say you got Joe, Bob, and Mary. They give. Joe's like, I believe in Dr. Umar's cause. I'm giving $1,000. That's Joe. Bob's like, I'm going to throw Umar $500. Mary, I ain't got it like that, but I'm going to give $50. They give. Now, the giver, you have people that give that one time, or they could probably give a second time. Those are giver. We have a donor. I was a donor. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not lying to you. You may not believe what I'm about to tell you, but I'm going to tell it to you. Donor, we're repeated giving. When you become a donor, it's repetitive. Listen, on Honor Show, I told you guys I gave $2,000. I am embarrassed to share to you how much I donated to FDMG. So when y'all saw that 68, you better believe a lump sum of that was already my money that just recycled back to me. Because he knew I wasn't playing. I told him flat out, every chance I got to send him a message, I sent him a message. I said, I'm getting my donation money. If it's the last thing I do, I'm getting my donation money and I'm not playing. I am not playing, and he knew I wasn't playing. I went to every conscious corners I can. I'm like, let them know. And some of the Elder Zachary talked to us. I was like, look, you better pay her back. And she said, if FDMG open, she'll redonate, but you better pay that girl back. Because you complain about she can't shut up, you better pay her back. I got my money back, right? So donor, we're repeated giver. Donor, we don't just give one time. We give multiple times. And then when your donor, he keeps track with his donor. You get phone call personally from him. You ain't getting no phone call from no secretary. You're getting it directly from him. And when you're a donor, you're invited to these pick. You get special invitation. He makes an announcement for his follower, for those who donate. But that donor, we get a special invitation. I get special invitation. I don't get them now, but when I was a donor, and that's how I knew, because as a donor, the high-end donor, you're invited. Like, hey, there's a blocker room. Do you want a blocker room? No, I could afford my own room. No, I'm good. And then when you get the blocker room, this is what I thought was bizarre. When you sign up to get that blocker room, like the hotel, like they're like, hey, there's a blocker room, but we want you to know the person who set the room will have access to your room. What kind of heckity, dookery, dickety, doggone thing does that mean? So once you accept to be part of that blocker room, you don't know who could just come in the middle of the night in that room. I was a donor. I ain't making this up. I was a donor. Find out who else who are donor at FDMG, and they'll tell you. They're like, yeah, I got my own room. I didn't do the blocker room stuff. What happened? What happened behind those doors? What happened? And then when we come for breakfast, these women are spaced out. Spaced out. I'm like, did they drug them? Like, what? They're there, but they're not there. I ain't making this up. There's pictures, family. They're there, but they're not there. Okay, so y'all go, oh, but you took that money. That's hush hush. But let me tell you, that money I took money that I invested in FGMG. I'm probably the only person that got my money back. But I can't say that. I can't say that. But there's some people I know he paid. There's some people I know he paid. And then, see, I'm a person, I make my peace. That girl that cried, and I spoke with her. I went to her people. I left her. I'm ashamed to say it. I'm embarrassed to say it. I left her. I didn't go get her because I was focused. My tunnel vision, I'm getting this movie. I'm getting this movie. I'm getting this movie. I was furious with her. Who told you to go to that man's room? And then when I sat with her, I said, listen, if I was able, you have more power than I do. She goes, well, just like you can't show behind the scene, it's cool. So she didn't say it in so many words, so apparently she was taken care of. But I'm gonna do the humane thing because I left her. I left her. I didn't go and get her. Like, that was reckless on my part as a woman. And then I'm gonna be honest with you. Honestly, I didn't know what transpired. I knew something must have happened, but it was too consensual. Although when I learned how that thing went down, it really hurt me. I went back to her. I asked for forgiveness, and I told her, I'm sorry I left you. Because the humane thing, the Christian thing to do, I should have gotten you. I should have come and got you to leave you stranded like that. You're a young woman. Yeah, I'm not without fault. I'm not going to sit here and paint myself like, no, I shouldn't have left her. And I'm embarrassed, and I regret it, and I'm ashamed that I left her when she called me. And then she called me 5 o'clock. I'm learning this after. She called me 5. I was her last resort. Because when he put her out the room, it was 4 a.m. in the morning. She called me at 5 a.m. So within that hour, she was struggling, trying to figure out, she was stranded. Okay? So y'all want to sit and continue to defend this man? You want to sit and continue to champion him? Stop. Well, don't come at me. Don't come at me. Oh, here you go again. No, stop. Because what I'm telling you is facts. What I'm telling you, I'm not making this up. This ain't no fantasy la la land. And listen, he can't even utter my name publicly. He cannot, family. He cannot. He cannot. I'm going to say it again. He can't say my name. And you know what? If I want in the chat, put hi Chatty Patty. I dare any of you. Put hi Chatty Patty. What's up, Chat? He's looking. His attorney, every time I get in front of a camera, they're waiting. And they're not panicking. They want me to say the wrong thing because they're trying to slap me with a lawsuit. Woo, he wants to drag me. They want to slap me with a lawsuit. Before I made this, I sat down with legal counsel before you see this. Okay? Don't play with me. You got the right one, baby. And you barked up the wrong tree, Chatty Patty. You know, it's heart-wrenching when I'm like, don't come at me. Don't, because I pose, oh, here you go. No, stop. Yes, I will. I will continue. Yes, I will. I will. Yes, I'm glad I got paid. Because on Leonard, what I tell you? I told you I don't care if he defecate or if he throw, I'm going to get my money back. I didn't know how, but I was determined to get it back. I was determined to get it back, and I got it back. And for some of you that keep asking, Marianne, does that mean we're not going to? Yes. If the ball is rolling, you guys are going to get a movie. You're going to get a movie. So I'm going to explain to you how the movie is going to be. The movie is going to cover from the time he arrived to Cleveland within those 3 days. I'm going to bring you the truth. I'm not going to embellish anything. I'm not going to add anything. And I'm not going to take anything away. I'm an artist. I have that right. I have the right. Now, when you see the movie, you interpret it. And then come talk to me. This man is not who you guys think he is. This man is not who you portray. So, and then he has cast a bad light on the conscious community. Listen, the conscious community, a lot of good people. The problem I have with the conscious community, if how can I compare this? The problem is we don't have consistency within the conscious community. Like, if you go, how can I go? All right, let me give you an example. Muslim, you go to any mosque, I'm referring to the Black American Muslim because that's the mosque I've been exposed to when I visit. It's the order of worship is the same. The way these people live, the way they talk, it's unified. Now, my background as Christianity, I'm affiliated with the Seventh-day Adventist Church. You go to any SDA church, whether it's foreign, overseas. I've gone to church in Paris. I've gone to church in Haiti. I've gone to church in Jamaica. I've gone to church in Mexico. I've gone to church in the United States. Any Seventh-day Adventist church you walk in, the order of service is the same. I can tell you exactly at 10 o'clock what they're doing in Miami. They're doing the same thing in New York. It's the same. The thing with the conscious community, it's like each community is kind of like different. Like you go to the Columbus, they're like different. Like you go to that Columbus conscious community, soon y'all be surprised. These are educated people. Some of them are firefighters. Some of them they're mailmen. Some of them are nurses. It's like a little different class. A lot of them have college, but they're part of the conscious community. It's like and then when you go to Cincinnati, and I'm not saying that, don't write me and don't be offended, but I went to Cincinnati and I felt like I was in some backwood in the South. It's like, they're really country. It's like, it's different. It's like different because after the lecture, it wasn't even a potluck. It's like some of them had bag and you want some of this out of this. It was just, I was like, oh my God, they're just a different breed. And then you come to the Cleveland conscious community, you'll find a thug, you'll find somebody from the suburb, and then we get a lot of college students like that are conscious that comes to lecture. So it's like, and then New York is like, it's always lively. It's the bomb, especially if Sonetta puts something on. You know what I mean? It's like it's just. I feel like every time I go to different community, there's not a consistency and unity. But anyway, family, I just thought we are in the month of October, and I said, why don't I touch base explaining that spiritual entity that he worshiped? I don't know if I was clear enough. I hope I was. Um, and so when I say that, I'm not saying it to offend anybody, to be disrespectful. You have to be mindful when you're saying, "Oh, don't you put African spiritual God?" You got to be careful to know what that is entail, what that embody. You have to understand that. And then some of you, and it's not all dreadlock. Like I'm gonna someone, he's a celebrity. Jay-Z's dreadlock, that form of dreadlock, that's associated with religious, like certain people that worship, and then so. But then again, the man's a celebrity, so sometimes people, we jump on a fashion fade, and we do not understand what we're embracing. We do not understand what we're mimicking. You got to be mindful of that. You have to be mindful of that. It's just like tattoos. You can have tattoos, but sometimes you got to be careful what you tattoo. You can't be tattooing stuff that will embark demonic spirit towards you. You just got to be mindful of that. I'm just keeping it 100. You have to be mindful of that. So I don't know. I don't see anybody. I don't know how to get the chat. Let me see. I want to see if I could. I don't want to ignore anyone. If there's any chat, like I tell you guys, the queen. So about the merchandise, I'm sorry. Friday, you will be able to get your T-shirt with a no donation forever, FDMG never. They come in small, extra small, medium, large, and extra large. And then you get this one, where the school at, same size. And then for the cap, I kept this on, so just so you can see. So the shirt will come in a bag like this, and you'll have your receipt. And then the cap comes in a bag also, and then the sticker. I didn't remove my sticker just so you guys can see it. So merchandise will go live on Friday. I will post all the information. Hit the Cash App. Don't play, family. That was a joke. um, get your merchandise and stuff like that. And then if you're in the conscious community, I know a lot of us are disgusted with him, but he's doing a lecture somewhere. Rock your shirt. Give him a fifth up. You ain't gotta say nothing. I see you, Doc. One love. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. He's laughing, honey. He's dancing. He's having a good time. He don't care. He told us publicly, I don't care. That man don't care. And then I just don't understand, who is this core that is such a diehard supporter of him? Like, what you support? What are you supporting? What he did a recent interview, and he told you, I ain't saying when the school's open. He can't even give you, I know he's been telling you for 10 years. What are you supporting? And then this man, every time we see him in the school, family, we working, where the we? We've never met any contract. Now he's saying it's white, so it's white. Okay, it's white. You don't have a janitor crew. You should have a cleaning crew at least to keep clean the building. What, you going from stall to stall? You're a one-man show. He's a one-man show. He's maintaining his lifestyle and he's okay with it, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. And also, um, the Black Excellent, I changed the format. So the one I'm gonna drop, the two, well, I don't want to do two a month, because they don't really get that much traction. Um, I changed the format and I said, well, maybe the interview format is boring. Maybe maybe me sitting there and asking question, maybe that's like a dinosaur way. Like I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, I don't think it's catching on. So I did one and I changed it from the other two, the format. And I said, well, okay, let's see if that works a little bit differently and stuff. Um, so, so I make film. I can't drop a film every week. There's a process when you're making a film. You know what I'm saying? But yes, the film is coming. And I'm not calling it The Making of Awaken. I won't call it Awaken 2. I won't reveal the name until we drop the trailer and we drop the poster. And then for the poster, I'm even going to sell the poster to y'all if y'all want to. We're making history, family. We're making history because there's a group that knows FGMG is not coming. And it's those that are a diehard believer and supporter that are still supporting this man. It breaks my heart when they realize, like, oh my goodness, this school is not coming. It's not happening. It's not happening. Now, for some of you that are coming in now, later on, you could catch the beginning of this video because I went into detail about the entity of the way he served, how he served it. And I hope I gave enough clarity and stuff like that. So I just want you guys to understand, just like there's a God, they're spirit. So when they were kicked out of heaven, they left with all their strength, with all their might. So when they come here, it's like he's the God of iron. He's the God of iron. So, and then the way you like just like in Ramadan, just like in Christianity, Ramadan you have period of fast. You go into fasting. You have a moment of consecration with the Lord. Just like that. The same thing with that religion. Let me tell you how they get down. I'm gonna tell you this. So you want to come type to me about Ogun Shagun? Let me enlighten you. When they go through their spirit of consecration with that spirit, you're not allowed to bathe, ma'am, sir. You're not allowed. Ogun. That's how when you're going through that moment of consecration, you're not allowed to bathe. Now, if you're doing it, you don't know this. You're not really. You're in talking and passing. If you have a wanga or a spiritual leader or a mumble, you have someone who's connecting you with that spirit because you're not on Umar level where you're dealing directly with this spirit. I can tell you that right now. I'm Haitian American. I can tell you straight up. The best of the best, you are trained before you could deal directly with that entity. You're not dealing with flesh and blood. No, you're not. So when you're doing that moment of consecration, you do not bathe. You defecate, you urinate, you don't wash. And the reason why he demands that, because we are made, human are made in the image of God. God loves us unconditionally. God has paid the price of giving the life of his son for us. So that love is given to us free. So you don't bathe. That's to desecrate the creation of God. You stay funked up. So those that worship it, they'll probably go into isolation. Can you imagine 2 weeks you're using the bathroom, you're not washing, you're not brushing your teeth? The more you are loyal to that God, the more blessing come to you. But there's a price. When it's time to pay up, there's a price, family. There is a price. So that's why you got gatekeeper. See, black folk in the African nation, these voodoo priests, they know how to contain those spirits. Our European, they don't understand. Sometimes they get involved in stuff they don't understand. So, what do you see with them? Dracula, mommy, oh, they like horror. They do not understand. And you go into white Christianity, they tell you, oh my God, the African voodoo, the Asian, it's this, it's that, it's it. They don't understand it. But the African priest like, well, don't tell them it's bad. Because if you go through a mumble, we know how to contain the spirit. Look, you walking with Jesus, you ain't got to worry about all that. You don't have to worry about all that. They don't bathe. That's how. And then he likes blood. He likes sacrifice. So the reason he carries those things in the flesh. What does he kill? You're killing, like, he likes that. He likes that blood sacrifice. I'm just telling you. It's true what I'm telling you. So if you know about Ogun, if you have not, you know already that God requires blood sacrifice. You know he is the God of iron. You know his number is 3. You know his color is red, green, and black. And I think because he's Pan-African, he probably veers to that God because it's just coincident that's the Pan-African color. That spirit was in existence before none of us was. So I'm just saying, don't defend something you have very little knowledge of. This is what this man served. And this man has an I don't care attitude. Because he knows what he's serving. He knows what sacrifice he's making to maintain that kind of protection that he's getting. Do you understand? I don't know what else to tell you. I just don't know how to convince you, some of you, not all of you, that FDMG isn't coming. It is not coming. It's not happening. It's not going to be a reality. It's sad. It's sad. But, and then don't think like the power structure, they take note of Umar. They're taking note. They're happy the way this is unfolding. They're loving it. They're not going to mess with him. He don't have no real problem. Let me tell you, if FDNG would have become fruition, listen, then he would have some problem. Whenever you're making progress, that's going to elevate that black race. That's when you have problems. He ain't going to have no problem because he's not doing nothing to advance us. He's not doing anything to elevate us. What? Malcolm was marked. Why? He was shaking and moving within his community. Martin Luther King was marked. Why? He was a shaker and a mover within his community. Go back and look at that famous picture on the go back and look at that famous picture on the balcony. Do you guys know an FBI file? And then listen, do your research. Instruction was given, do not harm anyone that's not wearing a tie. You go look at that picture, all the ones that were in the balcony, who had a tie and who didn't have a tie. Stop playing, family. Y'all like to talk, but do your research. And then black people, we're not avid readers. Some of us, we don't do our homework. We don't. Unfortunately, we don't. So here, I give them to you. No FDMG. I hope you guys like the product. I'm excited about the product. Friday, everything's hitting. And I want to tell you, the letter and the picture is embedded inside the t-shirt. So when you wash it, there's no letter peeling, there's no picture peeling. Everything's embedded. It's 100% cotton. It's soft on your skin. So I'm gonna show it to you guys again. Where the school at, fool? Where the school at? That's all the family want to know. Where the school at? And then, donation forever, FDMG never. Look at you. Donation, donation, donation. Still asking for the cash app, but can't give us a date. And then he keeps saying it's almost done. You should be at a stage, at a level where you can give a date, sir. At this point, he should be able to give us a date next year that does not change. I enjoyed talking to you guys. Thank you for joining me in this live. Um, if you guys missed it, I apologize for the delay because we had some kind of technical issue on my part. Catch it from the beginning. I just thought this topic, because I got like a lot of, how would I say that, comment about me insulting what he worshiped. And I thought with my background, with the knowledge that I have, and then with my faith, to bring some clarity and understanding. And the only thing I would give credit to the persons, like, do not call a goon the devil. You're absolutely right. The devil is for Gabriel. Satan was the angel of light in heaven before he came down. It's with sin, when he was taught out as human, we gave him devil, Satan, the dark one. So yes, he's the highest ranking of them all. Even those that are still dwelling with the Father, he still was created superior than them. Meaning and strength and beauty and his voice. He was like the perfection for angel. And when that envy got inside him, I want your position. He wanted the Heavenly Father's position. And that's where there was problem in heaven and come. So if you believe in God, you believe in the devil. Now, you don't believe anything, you have the right. You have that right. But you better believe every morning when you wake up, there's a supreme being that wakes you up, that allow you to be alive today. You better believe every day that sunshine, every day. It doesn't make a day, it doesn't call off. There's a supreme being that makes sure that sunshine shows up every morning, that moon every night. Okay? So I'm not pushing religion on anyone, but there is a God. I'm not going to sit here and tell you there isn't a living God. There is a living God. Yes, there is. Thank you for being with me in this live. I hope you like the hat. Coming soon, Friday, I'm dropping all information, price, and how to order. One more time, I'm going to show the family. Everything he said. If you guys go back and get that, I'm going to ask Mr. Honor to find that video and play for you. I'm going to start making t-shirts. Every time y'all see me, where the school at? I'm going to walk with the school to show you. Don't ask me that when you see me. Here. We're not going to ask you no more. We're going to make your wish come true. We're just going to rock the t-shirt and give you a fist up. That's how we're going to do it. He laughing and living it up. And then I'm gonna invite y'all, go look at Awaken again. I don't know whose podcast. They're like, oh my God, he's kissing all those little young. Go look at Awaken. That in the line kissing. That's not in the script. And then that scene was prolonged because so many stuff was cut. He changed so much. And then when we were done filming, there were food, kissing. He did that throughout the 3 day. Everybody used mwah, mwah. That's his signature. You ever go see him in lecture, and then the format of that movie, when you guys see all these people come up, and when he does a lecture, after a lecture, that is the format. You come, you shake his hand, you take a picture, or he signs a book, and he's kissing. That's nothing new. He's been doing that forever. He's been doing that forever. And then when he came here, right before we filmed, he had like something on his lip. I had to send Lisa to the holistic store, like that conscious lady on, so she got cream, stuff like that. Because just to dry it up, because we had a photo shoot. Because I'm like, I didn't know. I'm like, is that herpes on his lip? What is that? I didn't know if it was going to mess up the photo shoot. And then if y'all go look at the picture, I think I posted that picture I think Mr. Honor posted when he was doing the thing. You look at his lip. You look at his lip. We gave him that cream to burnt it. It's a burn. See, sometimes y'all make fun of African thing, but yeah, to burn that stuff. The burn, and then he's a Pan African. He don't wear like deodorant. He wear that cream thing. So we were working a long, prolonged period of time. That cream is not designed in a lab. It's not designed to go that long. So I had to make Lisa to have cream on set because like his body odor, because he's with us all day. Like after a while, it start getting out of order. So yeah, but enough of that, family. Thank you. I enjoy talking to you guys. I got to get better at the life. Like I apologize for the tardiness. It's because we had a little technicality, but I hope you guys like the merchandise, and I hope you all get your T-shirt. The reason I haven't gone, we're gonna do it publicly for Friday. What I'm doing, I'm just circulating locally. So we're doing well locally. I don't think he could even come to Ohio. Like, I just don't think he's even welcome in this town anymore. But enough said. Thank you, Marianne. Mwah! Till next time. Bye. Let's see how to turn it off.